but can we really have it all? Kapa re give up ora haeba ba mo ba phaphang ba buang haholo o hlo give up tsenana tsa ho ba wife ban ha dina pantsola. Kapo, what is it possible to really just have it all, and what does balance look like for you? Because now my life is overwhelming for me and I don't have a husband or children, but I really think like adulting kid is a lot. So how do you do it?
Okay. You can actually have it all if you want it. And li hoba le yona also goes with having support. Ya batho ba nepaetse. My parents, I was 18, and at that time, I turned from being a teenager to being a mother and a caregiver to my dad. And it's a little hola with that responsibility. Despite the fact that my parents separated, I still want to get married. Haki motho wa bana. Haki motho ga bana. Haki motho ga bana, but I knew hore haki nyalwa. There has to be a compromise. So I compromised. I had a child. Leone ne se bonolo ngwana o tlile 5 years on ke nyetswe ene se le ntho hore ke nahana ga ke na ngwana ene le mehleng ya kgalong ke be ke khutlisitswe, but because I knew what I wanted, I stayed. The husband was very supportive ke ngwana le teng a le siko. So what I'm getting at is, if you want it, you can have it. If it is meant to be ke ntate modimo o craftetse yona e tla ba teng. Just because you're not married, just because you don't have children, how you don't have it. You have it all. Having it all yaga. Having it all ya the next person. So I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, and I'm a leader at work and in society. It is my all. It is not easy. Because there's always powers. So you don't want to control it. Tsena kana kwena kaofela di batlang ho tutla o ye kwana na o ska ba wa tsitsa. Ha e bonolo, because it says out of one person ho lebelletswe a professional, motho a tla leader organization e pele, ho lebelletswe motho a tla nechara. Responsibility ntse le teng ke motho a mme ke tlameha ha ke tswa mosebetsing ke bona hore ntate dijo di teng. Ha e bonolo, o na le motho a thusang. Ho tswa ka wena o na le motho a thusang, o batla ntate a ngwatholo ke motho a thusang kapo o phela monna hao. So now I'm that kind of person ga ke tswa mosebetsing. Ke a di rola di hili ke di beya mane, ke ya ka kitchen ke etsa friskoto, ke iketsetsa dijo ke etsetsa monna ka dijo. So yes, you can have it all. Yes, you can juggle being a mother and everything else. You just have to make time and know that you are hungry for it. Letsatsi le na le 24 hours, but 24 hours se engata hona ho ha o tseba hore na o batla o etsang. Out of the 24 hours o sontso na le 8 hours ya mohiri. So yeno ha se hao. But ha o fihla hae, even before le ha o tloa hae, o sontso sebeditse dihora tse ding ha o tsoa to manage family, to manage bana, to manage monna, to manage the household. So just stay in your lane, be happy with who you are, and do the best that you can. Sometimes you'll crash and burn. It's allowed. You are allowed to crash and burn. You are allowed to fail sometimes. But the trick is getting back up and pursuing what you want to pursue.
We would like to commend you for leaving the hills and going to the kitchen. Some of us are not, we don't have that much power, but to show, I think what you're even showing us is that Mutuaga formulate their own aesthetic of how they want their all to look like. Someone might want to omit a particular thing. So thank you so much. So thank you so much for that. We're going to ask more about your experience in working with women. Hona le ka khola ka fa batho hangata ba o tseba jwale o tse le ha batho ntse ba o shantse ba ke gaini ya ka kere batho ba re bile ntho tse kholo ka kang gore ba go ba tseba wa ba tsebisisa fela heta ba kholo ha imono taba kholo ha imono. Before you answer ditaba tse re reng ke tsa health, which is why we called you here, I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask questions and everything else. Re from the leadership stand, from in terms of corporate, in terms of starting something avant-garde. Ebe kapo ho say santho tse batho ba kekeng ba di etsa. We're trying to see hore na ho thata bang ho pioneer dintho and everything else. And I'm gonna tap mainly into your personal, and then we'll go into the work. Do you think I think what we are asking, most of what I feel, again I'll use young, most of what young women are asking is, am I allowed to be great and still pursue tabaza, maybe marriage, wanting to have children? I think one of the greatest worries, and I think I speak to a lot of people, is how it seems there's a sort of like you're letting yourself go. How important is it not too much to identify too much with your last name, with other things purpose ya how na ke feng? Because I think either relatela purpose, I'll call it purpose, but how do you remain as yourself, even as a married woman, as a mother, as a identify a whole with certain things? You are a good example for that because you're still in your purpose, you're a mother, you're a sister, and everything else. How do you think we can do it?
For me, I can say we cannot have it all. You can have what is your all. You should carefully define what is your all. Just on the surface, can I have a beautiful job? Can I be a leader? Can I have a car? Can I have a husband? Can I have money? I really think people can have all that, but problem keep maintaining that. Hence the mental health that comes with that. But do they answer to the person you are? Are they not going to break you? Now, what is all for them? All passion and then go in that direction. Because all it's globalize. Personally, I feel difficult. Because that is my daily bread. People say, when do you sleep? I always say I sleep when I go into the bed and I put my head down. Immediately I wake up if somebody says I'm in labor. So you can imagine if I were to deliver 15, 20 women per month and do my operations and do my clinic, and there is no all in that. I have a husband, I have 2 children, I have a helper, I have other things. So it's a constant struggle to say, how do I make sure that my 13-year-old girl gets the best from me without being absent? And I'm absent, literally. Absent, hi to me, how was your day? Such that and I think we should do, every month we should do our own getaway time, where we go and sit and talk about things. Because sometimes and then where is my little girl? What is she experiencing? It was a shock of my life. I'm like, 13-year-old, how did you know you And I realized, you know what? You really have to. Because of the career I want to follow, I don't want to get married. I think we should get to conversations like that. It's only fortunate that I have the most excellent husband. Excellent as in aya shopping. But in case I didn't have a husband like that, hence the divorce rate you see with the doctors. Because you're not at home at all. Ha ke tloa mosebetsing wa ka masego private ya qeta ho kena ka tlung hona le masa wa pepa mo uletsa fela o kutlwe ka ngwana o ntsang ra ha bohloko. So all for me is, if I were to be given another chance, maybe I would decide it differently. Differently as in, do I really want to get married and bring a child that I cannot be able to monitor? You know, so that is where I am, but I'm happy. Don't even get me wrong. But ntomana ering, because I'm a perfectionist, I would want to know hore na ngwana ka ho ntse etsalang ka yena. And I'm only happy and lucky that I also have a good helper. Ering ha ke fihla ha ke fumana bana ba ka ba robetse, bana ba jele, bana ba phetswe. Sometimes go a week without cooking. Na ke tlo khona mme ka ho kena ka kitchen. Hobane ka nna ba ha ke tshwanela ho kena ka kitchen. So that's why I am to say, ekare, as young women we can say, the career that I want to follow, is it going to allow me to do other things and do it well? My only problem is doing it well. So what if I fail my kids, you know? What if they go through things that I do not even know? What if they go through a misfortune that I only learn 30 days later to say, but mommy, you're not around, you know? So that is where I am. But bottom line is, I love what I do. It's difficult to balance. You know, so it's not easy. Yeah.
No, thank you so much. I think you answered it also from your genuine perspective. So it's not that we don't believe you're happy, but because we're asking health of women. But thank you so much for sharing that.